fear is not an emotion in the sense that we understand emotions. Fear is the misunderstanding of what is happening and the misidentification of what I am. Anytime I feel fear is the reflection of a confusion that I'm not seeing clearly. The level of the fear doesn't matter. It can be the fear of death. It can be the fear of being bitten by mosquitoes. It can be the fear of talking to my boss. It can be the fear of jumping from some places that are very high. It can be doing skateboard. It really doesn't matter. Any kind of fear that you are having is a reflection of a confusion of identification and a confusion of what is happening. Because fear is always an anticipation of what will happen. Fear can happen only when you are in a position of expectations. When you expect something that will happen, then you can have fear. At this very moment, in the eternity that is now, fear is absolutely impossible. Fear, it's an impossibility. Simply because in the now, that means in the placeless place where everything is happening, where time is happening, where space is happening, in this eternity that is now, there is no gap between two events. There is no distance between two things, and there is no subject-object for that allow the possibility for fear. With the message of non-duality, sometimes there is an understanding of this message, and there's so therefore I can live without fear. Obviously you can. The situation we are in, like there is an expression of a body and a mind, of sensations, of thoughts and perception. There's an experience happening, there is experiencing. And in experiencing, there is things happening. But the things that are happening are not happening to someone in specific. And the things that are happening are not happening in a specific place either. The whole theater of our human drama, all of its aspects, and all of the different drama of every living beings is happening within something that does not know fear. When fear when fear happens in experience, when fear arises, the best approach is to approach it with sensitivity, in the sense that with a somatic perspective directly. The fear is it's an experience. It's an experience of sensation, of sensing that is unfolding, and there is a part of awareness that is identified with thought that start to interpret that. sensation. The sensation can be very uncomfortable, but the layer of thought are adding like oil on the fire. And that's not necessary. It's not necessary to think about the fear. It's essential to feel it completely, to allow the full tactile emotion to unfold in our experience completely. In this allowance, in this gentle approach of allowing everything to be as it is, it's possible to see the sensation that we call fear are arising within us and taking almost all of the space, almost, because we are always bigger, our awareness is always allowing everything to be. But it can seemingly appear that there is almost only fear in us. And it can seem to take all of the space, all of our awareness, and we seem blind to anything else. It seems that the fear is all there is. And that's where often the most difficult part with fear is not really the sensation itself, is the agitation and the energy that the thinking activity is putting, trying to interpret, trying to solve, trying to run away, trying to protect, trying to deny, trying to distract, trying to do many things. That's the difficult part of what we call fear. At some point, if you can really see that all of this layer of thinking, it's an illusion, it's not accurate, you can dive deeper into the tactile emotion of fear. And when you dive into this sensation, you dive into, and get bigger. And at some point it gets so big that you can't even recognize what it was, what it is. So it starts to become something else. And you will see it's not that it becomes something else, it's that it was never fear to begin with. So fear, it's a misunderstanding, it's a misperception, it's a misidentification of what is happening. There's no need of judgment, no need of comment anything. There's no need of trying to do things, like try to control your environment to feel less fear. Try to control your body to feel less fear. Because again, when you try to control things, you are entering into a dynamic that is of the mind. The mind, the thinking activity want to analyze, to be able to control, with a crazy purpose, with a crazy hope to never feel any negative emotion ever again. No fear, no pain, no anxiety, no this, no that. Anytime you are entering into some analysis of what is happening, with the intention of controlling, with the intention of avoiding fear, that's the very nature of the fear. But it doesn't look like that at the beginning. But if you stay in this energy, you will see, you will start to feel fear. Because what is here is uncontrollable. Nobody controls life. So it's doomed. And you start to see a hope, how fear and control are linked. If you try to control, it's because there is some fear in you. And if there is some fear, there is a part of you who will try to control. That's simply two faces of the same coin. Like if there's a spectrum, it's simply the same energy presenting in different way in your own experience. The door is not to deny that there is fear, and is not trying to give up control. If you try to deny fear, you will enter into terror, because you cannot deny something that you feel. It's impossible. And if you try to let go of control, well, that's control, because you are believing that you were in control in the first place. The easiest way is to go deeper and to go into the sensation, to be able to go into to enter into the dimension of sensing without stories. When I say something like this, it seems very simple. But I'm not sure that everyone realizes how deep this can go, how much sensitivity there is in our experience, and how much we can become sensitive to sensation, and how sensation, the dimension of sensation, it's an infinite universe to explore. The invitation is with fear. When fear arises, the invitation is realize that you are focused on something external in a story that's happening out there, and that you seem to be involved in, and you seem to have the need to do something about any of this. The invitation is, what do you feel right now? What is right here? What is experience? And what is the relationship between your own presence, your own being, and your experience? What is the correct understanding, and what is the right perspective between what I am and experience? When there is fear, this is an invitation of looking closely to some part of your experience. And with time, over time, fear will stop being something to avoid. It will simply be something that will be an invitation and an opportunity to be more sensitive. And as I say often, if you want to be at peace, there is nothing that you have to do, but there is a lot that you have to see clearly. So if you want to be at peace and not feel fear, you have to zoom in into fear, zoom in so much so you can really see what it is, and you can see it clearly. This is the invitation.